A major measurement skill we work on in fifth grade is finding the volume of rectangular prisms. When we work on volume, we learn the equation of volume. That way we can insert our numbers in order to solve. So the equation for volume is length times width times height. Now students have prior knowledge of area, and we're just adding that third dimension because you only find the volume of 3D shapes. So when I am given a type of rectangular prism, our length is going to be across, our height is our up and down, and then our width is going back. So students can identify which numbers represent which part of the prism. So in this first example, I'm going to plug in my numbers to the formula, and then I'm going to multiply. So my length of this prism is 6 inches. My width of this prism is 2 inches, and my height of this prism is 4 inches. Now because we're only using multiplication, I can start with 6 times 2, or I can start with 2 times 4. Some students will start with the two numbers in the front. Other students might think it's easier for them to do 2 times 4 first. So I'm going to start with 2 times 4. So my 2 times 4 is 8. And then I'm going to bring down my 6 times. 6 times 8 is going to be 48. And my unit here was inches. Because I found the volume, it's going to be inches cubed. So I pull out the numbers, plug them into the equation, and then I end up multiplying all 3 dimensions. Now in 5th grade, students might also get the volume and have to find a missing dimension. So the volume of this prism is 30 centimeters cubed. What is the width? So again, if I start with my V for volume equals length times width times height, I want to plug in what I know. I know the volume is 30. I know the length is 5. I don't know the width, but I know the height is 3. So then I can take these 2 dimensions and I can multiply them. So 5 times 3 gives me 15. I still have a volume of 30. So now I have 15 times something equals my volume of 30. So I can set up my division equation because I know that the opposite of multiplying is dividing, and this is a fact family. So if I ended up dividing my 30 by 15, I would end up finding out that my width would give me 2. So my width would be 2 centimeters. If I wanted to check my work, I could plug it back into the equation. So I would end up with 5 times 2 times 3, and this should give me 30. 5 times 2 is 10. Bring down my times 3, and I got my 30.